FX Nation, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to the channel, guys. And so in this video, guys, we're going to take a look at the market maker cycle. Okay, we're going to take a look at it, and we're going to take a little bit of a deeper look into it so I can show you a couple things that you may not know, and kind of hopefully break things as simple as possible, like I always try to do with you guys, and make it very understandable for you. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it, guys, and let's talk about the cycle. Alright, guys, so here we are on pound Swiss, and I want you guys to take a couple things into perspective, right? So the yellow line that you see there is basically the beginning of the week. All right, so this is last week. All right, so Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. All right, the gray boxes here are basically your Asian sessions, so you can kind of see what's going on. All right, now what I want you to notice is before the week even started, all right, we were at a low. Okay, so you can call it peak formation low, just the low of last week. All right, so what I want you to notice is what happened. Okay, so we came out of the low, and then we went into the first level here. Okay, and it's basically right here. So that's your first level there. Okay, now I want you to notice what happens every time just before they go to another level. Okay, I want you to notice something. What happens before they move to another level? So if this right here, if this area here is your level, right, I want you to look and see what happens here with this candle. You see that spike down to the low, right? Spike down to the low, and then what happens after that? They rise out of that level. Okay, so one of the things that I think could help you guys a lot in identifying levels, or even just helping you know when they move, when market makers move to another level, is you'll typically see a spike to the high or spike to the low depending on where you are. So in this case, if we're at level 1, we're trying to move to level 2, you'll see a spike down and then a rise out of that spike. Okay, so just something that's very simple, but yet it can be very powerful for you to understand when they're making their next move. Okay, so one thing I did want to add here is, I always tell you guys, never ever counter trend trade on level 1. Why is that? The reason for that is because we don't get a lot of movement against it. Okay, because typically there's just not a lot of movement here for that. All right, so as you can see here, like this trade is about 23 pips or so, and yeah, it was an M and stuff like that, but you don't get a lot of, you didn't get a lot of good setups on level 1 going against the trend. Okay, always trade with the trend on level 1. All right, so let's zoom out here. So that was last week. All right, and then we get up, then they make the spike to the low and they come up. Okay, and so here they come up to this area here. Okay, now this beginning of the week, and then Sunday, Monday's here, right? So what do they typically like to do on Sunday, Monday? All right, so typically in a perfect world, on a Sunday, Monday, they like to make a false move. Okay, and that's basically to just get as many people as possible trading in the wrong direction for the whole week. Okay, so in a perfect market maker world cycle, right? Sunday, Monday is used to basically set an initial push to one direction before they move away for the next 2 to 3 days in the opposite direction. All right, so that's typically in the perfect world what you would see. All right, doesn't always happen, but it is something that that you should see on a normal basis, but not something 100% of the time happens, of course, because they like to keep things interesting, right? So here's what I want you to notice. All right, so Sunday, Monday's here, okay, and then we go into Tuesday, and then I want you to notice what happens on Tuesday. Because remember, we're at level 2 right here. Okay, this entire thing is a level. What happens? Spike down, and we move away from that range, from this area, right? And we go to another area here, right? And then here's another level, right? So, what happens? We get to this next level, and we're also, by this time, we're in what? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We're at Wednesday here now, right? So we only got 2 more days left of the cycle. So what happens? Spike to the low. This is level 3 now. Spike to the low. We go up high. And this is basically how they get people to go long and how they get them stuck before they reverse, right? So if you think about it, they're trying over here at the beginning of the week to have people go short so they can get them stuck for the next 2 days or 3 days, however long they were going to do this for, right? So they make a false move to the low, because remember, at this point in time, if we go back and we replay this, right? And if you have people that are using like EMAs and stuff like that, where are the EMAs at, right? All the EMAs are telling people to go down, right? If you look, they're telling people to go down, essentially, right? Look, go down, sell, 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 right? So they're just trapping people. They're literally just trapping people for that day. You know, for them to go short as soon as they have enough volume going short, so they can buy back the rest of the other side of the orders. They move away from that area. They're not going back. You know, so it's very important that you understand this. Okay, that once they have enough, once they say enough, they're not going back for you. Okay, so very important for you guys to understand and know this. All right, once they have their number, they don't care. They're not going back. All right. So anyway, so we get over to here, and they make their spike to the low, and then they move up to another level, right? So here they are trading, and then they're going to get to a point where they need to reverse, okay, because they need to take profit on some of the positions. Okay, they need to get some money, right? Before they can do that, though, what do they need? Before they can make a huge order down and get price to where they need it to go down to, they need to make a huge move, right? And so what do? Well, let's make the move, right? Let's convince everybody that we're going to go higher, and convince everybody to actually go and buy, so then we can sell on the other side of the orders. Okay? And if you look here, again, all the EMAs are where? Where are the EMAs at? Below price, all of them, right? So everybody's already thinking, we're looking for a buy. We're going to be a buyer. We're going to be a buyer. We're going to be a buyer. As soon as they have enough orders, okay, they're gone. They didn't even go back up to retest it, guys. Okay? They did not even go back up to retest this. Okay? Didn't even need to. They had enough, and boom, they're gone. Okay? And so, this was basically, this was the, what you would call the midweek reversal. Okay, was this right here. Right? But I want you to see, we started all the way down here. Okay, we started all the way down here from the low, 1, 2, 3, and then we spike up to get as many people going long as possible. Why? Because we're going to make a big move down, and so we need those orders to go down. Okay, and sure enough, that's what they do. Alright, so now we're into Thursday, and there they go. There they go down. Okay, so I want you guys to realize this cycle that happens. Okay, and this cycle can happen on any time frame. It doesn't matter the time frame. All right, the bigger the time frame, the bigger the moves are, obviously. So understand, guys, that whenever market makers decide to do their midweek reversal, okay, they're not going to go back. All right, they're going to go, and they're going to keep going. So one thing that you have to understand is you don't want to be caught in the middle of that, because guess what? You're going to be stuck in that trade if you don't have a stop loss. And you're going to be stuck for quite a long time. And it's not going to be a very good moment for you, and it's going to suck really bad. This is those times that when you put in a trade and you come into a trade and you put it in like up here, and as soon as you put in the trade, it goes against you, and it goes against you hard, and you're there and you're sitting there watching it, agonizing. It's very agonizing once you put in the trade and it goes right against you, and you're there stuck holding that trade, right? Because you have your old mentality ways of trading, right? You're wanting to do the martingale thing and just hold it, right, until it comes back, and then once it comes back, you'll start buying it up here, and then you'll make up the difference, right? You'll do that stuff. That's not the way of trading, by the way. But definitely just be aware, okay, of how it happens. Okay, because once they move away from that point, once they say no more, once they want to come up here and they're like, look, we want to go up to 132,000. 132,000, not a penny more. Guess what? They're not going up there again. They're done. Returning, and they moved all the way down to 129,200 at one point, right? So, guys, be aware of this cycle, okay? This is what it looks like right here. Okay, it's not as pretty, right, as when you draw it out, and you normally, when you draw it out here, you're like, oh, it's a nice little pretty box, and you have your little nice little pretty angles and stuff like that, right? Right. This is the cycle, right, that you would know. Okay, but it's not always like that. It's not always nice and pretty like that. Okay, the reality is that it could be just like this. Okay, the reality is that it's not all in the same week. So this started the previous week. You know what I mean? The reality is that this can happen in any time frame. Okay, that's the reality. It can happen on any time frame. Okay, the higher the time frame, if you see a cycle like this, if you see a cycle like this on a daily, right? Imagine how many smaller cycles took to make just the one leg of this W. Or how many cycles did it take to make this level 1? You have to think about it like that, okay? Because when you're looking at this on a higher time frame, okay, to make this on a daily or on a weekly, there are multiple cycles within each part of this. Okay? There's going to be multiple cycles here. There's going to be multiple cycles here and here. Every little aspect of it has a bunch of different cycles on a macro, on a mini level, right? So this is a macro level. This is big on a bigger level, right? But when you go in and you go into the hour to the 15-minute chart, you're going to see that this one pull down had multiple levels within it. Okay, multiple cycles within it. All right, so as long as you understand that, just understand that, guys, that within the bigger picture, there's smaller and smaller cycles within it. Okay? But I hope that now that you understand how this moves, okay, you'll be able to hopefully identify when they start moving. It'll help you identify the different levels. It'll help you identify and see the cycle. Okay, because at the end of the day, guys, this is the hardest thing to see, the hardest thing to understand. Okay, so if you're having a hard time seeing the cycle, seeing levels, resets and stuff like that, guys, that is the hardest thing that you're going to learn, and it's going to take a lot of time to learn it. All right, so don't beat yourself up about it, okay, because at the end of the day, it's only one component. All right, at the end of the day, still the most important thing that matters is the pattern and the time that it happens at. Okay, but just understand and grasp the bigger concept of the market maker cycle and the levels within it. Okay, that's it. Just grasp the concept. That's all I want you to do. And then if you really, really want to learn it, if you really want to dig deep into it, then you know what? There's no other way to do it, guys. You have to go back into the charts and start drawing out the levels. Okay, and it's going to take time, and you're going to get frustrated because you're going to see some crazy looking charts. Be like, yo, what the hell is this? What is this? You're going to ask yourself that 100 times. I guarantee it. And that's okay. You don't have to be an expert at identifying levels. You have to be an expert at identifying the pattern and what time they happen at. All right. So guys, don't be frustrated about this. It takes time. Okay. But if you're willing to put in the time, you'll get it eventually. Okay. You will get it eventually. It'll just take time. All right. But knowing the cycle, the concept of the cycle, knowing the concept of the levels and how they work will definitely help you in your overall trading. All right, guys. I hope that this video, guys, has brought you guys some value. If you guys, please like and share the video, guys. Guys, we're almost to 1,000 subscribers. That's crazy. That's unbelievable. Thank you so much, by the way, for all the comments. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to see all these nice, wonderful comments. I try to reply back to all of them, guys, but at some point I can't reply back to literally all of them. I do read all of them, and so thank you guys for the wonderful comments. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me, guys. Again, I hope this video brought you guys some value, guys. Until the next time, guys, please like and share and subscribe, and enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys. See ya. Guys, one last thing. Thank you so much for watching my videos. I really appreciate the fact that you take the time to watch my videos. I really hope that I've added value in each of the videos that I make for you guys, and I hope that you're learning something. As always, guys, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Please like and share the videos if you found value in them. And also, don't forget to visit our website at www.fxntradinggroup.com. Once again, guys, thank you so much. I'm truly blessed.